afternoon, and I am a sweaty hot mess right now. It's like 111 degrees outside and our AC decides to have problems today, so it's pretty warm in here. I got fans on full blast. Summer in the Phoenix area basically sucks, in my opinion. Anything above like 105 is just unbearable to me, so I basically become a hermit when it reaches like over 100 degrees or so. And 111 and beyond, it can get up to like 120, is just, it feels like you're in an oven and you just feel really slow and you're just like, oh, why am I so tired today? Oh, it's because it's like above 110 today. Asphalt on the road will be melting, so basically it feels like the world is melting. I'm trying to figure out what floral designs to make for this next tutorial for floral phone case. So I made these templates. There are some major nail polish fumes going on in here right now. New puppies are cute, but exhausting. Good afternoon, it's Thursday and the air conditioning decided to die completely yesterday, so I'm kind of sweaty and it's 86 degrees in here, which is tolerable, but it's 108 degrees outside and it's soon to be 113. The air conditioning can't be fixed until at the end of the day tomorrow. Kona is like so over it. She's so over this. Being that I'm a DIYer, I'm going to try to make a DIY AC cooler. I'm really curious to see if this works. Let's do this. By the way, this is not my invention. I did not come up with this idea. There are a lot of videos on YouTube on how to make one. I will link the one that I got inspired by. If you try this out and you use gallons of water, make sure to let some of that water out before you freeze it so that it has room for the water to expand when it freezes. Good morning. A little update on the DIY AC cooler. It didn't really work unless I sat right in front of it. And I think a lot of factors go into making it work, like the speed of the fan, the size of the ice, the temperature of the room, the size of the room, the size of the cooler. So it just didn't really work. The frozen gallons of water really worked better than the bags of ice, but I think if I had like 5 or more of them around the entire room, it would have worked a lot better. We even had it going for hours and it just didn't really make that big of a difference. Luckily, we got the AC fixed, so I really didn't have to rely on it that much. This is the 4th week of Kona's obedience training, and it's going really well. I wasn't sure what to expect because I've never done obedience training with a dog before, and it really does help, especially with a really hyper dog. I think the biggest thing is consistency and patience, obviously. Underneath everything we learn is like paying attention to each other, being in sync. So it really does bring the owner and the pet closer together, I think. I noticed a lot of you that have Kelpies as well commented in the last video that I made about you having to kind of get rid of the nipping, and she does do that. I think herding dogs might do that. So it's in her nature to like nip, and sometimes it can be too hard and it will like break through the skin. So I wanted to get rid of that completely. The only thing that I have found that has worked is using a spray bottle. It's not cruel, it doesn't hurt her in any way, and it's just water, but a little squirt on her back or side is just enough to like snap her out of that zone. I've worked with the trainer on this, and she recommended associating a word with the spray, and that is the word enough. So she even recommended to write it on the bottle. So this is my enough bottle, and we just make sure to say it if she gets in that nipping zone, and it has really worked well for her. She doesn't really do it that much at all, and when she does, it's actually a little bit softer now, but we still don't want her to do it at all. So we're still using this, and it is getting less and less, so I think it might go away completely someday, we hope. Since this bottle is a little too big for me to carry around, and sometimes she does it when we are walking, I have a little squirt gun, and yes, I am the crazy lady walking around with a squirt gun walking her dog. I even bring it to training sometimes, and I just keep it in my pocket. I know the behavior she does right before she does it. I pull it out, and even the sight of it, she stops that manic craziness of wanting to nip. Also, the training comes into play when I need to snap her out of focusing too much on a cat or wanting to go after something or nipping something. So we're like, sit, lay down, do little tricks with her, and it just like takes her mind off of whatever she was previously focused on, and then she gets into a calmer state. I recently posted a picture on my Instagram showing you how much she's shedding. She is shedding so much. I did not know that this type of dog does like blowing coat in the summer or like twice a year. I've never had a dog that molts. It's a lot. It's not just like regular continuous shedding, it's like poof, there is hair all over. So I've been trying some different brushes. I tried about 3 different ones, but they didn't really work. She has such fine hair, and so I thought to try this one. It was on sale, and I was like, I don't really have anything to lose, so might as well try it. It's a 3M soft brush. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I will put it in the description below if you're interested in it. The main thing that is really good with this is the texture of the brush. It's like these soft spikes, and it really grabs the undercoat, and it doesn't so much like hold all the hair, it kind of like brushes it out in clumps, but it really does a good job at taking it all out. It has these little finger things, and it just holds like this. A little update on some of her toys. This is the antler that I previously showed you. It has become this nub thing. So I don't give her this anymore because it's so small that I don't want her to choke on it. The antler did last a good while, about a month. It's like kind of an expensive toy to last a month, but it does keep her occupied. The Kong has really lasted really well. It still works great. Some of you have suggested to try a pickle pocket, so I just got one of those. It does work in the same way that you just put treats inside of it, but I do notice that it makes her a little more frustrated because she can't get the stuff out as easily. And when she's frustrated, she like starts breathing harder, and she just like, she barks at it. It does, you know, keep her occupied more, but she does get more frustrated. A new addition to the toy family is this fluffy duck. It had really good reviews, and I was kind of surprised because it seemed like a pretty simple toy that she would probably tear apart, but so far it's been pretty good. It has this like rattle in it, and then it does this like squeaky, but there is a lot of plush surrounding the squeaky, so it seems to be, she really likes it. Another little update, I will be at Vidcon in July. It's July 23rd through the 25th-ish. I'm super excited to go. I have never been to a Vidcon before. Excited for the panels, just excited to experience the whole thing. I'm going to fangirl on some of the YouTubers that I actually subscribe to and watch. So if you're there and you recognize me, or maybe I recognize you from your profile picture, I will say hi to you or just say hi to me. I am totally approachable. That is all I have for this video, and hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and cue the end card, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.